Hey, it's Frankie here, and we're going to be talking about marketing agency systems and processes and why you need them and how it's going to make your life a whole lot easier to, be in the water and actually have time because your systems and processes are getting things done and your team is getting things done and you get to be the one who owns the system, kind of like a McDonald's owner doesn't need to go in and flip burgers every day. So let's get into that. So let's start here. We're on the beach here in Mexico a little bit. Maybe not quite the beach. We're down by the marina. Some boats there. I don't know if you guys can see all that. So, why would any sane, rational marketing agency owner like you want to spend a whole bunch of time creating systems and processes? I'll tell you, the answer is in one word called freedom.
Sons of Internet, I am Frankie Finn.
Frankie Finn is 7 feet tall.
Yes, of heart. Signs up clients by the hundreds. And if he were here, he'd consume the trolls with fireballs from his eyes and bolts of lightning from his ass. I am Frankie Finn. And I see a whole army of my internet here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to watch us free men. And free men you are. What will you do without freedom?
There you go. There's a little nerdy humor. So, there's a couple ways you can get things done in your agency, by the way. One of those is you. And another one of those ways is with highly skilled experts. And the third way, which is my favorite way, is with your systems and processes that are so detailed and so good that they do not require expert, skilled, amazing help. Having said that, you can still put in expert, skilled, amazing help. But the fact is, with good systems and processes, you do not need it. In fact, often, if I have a good system and process, I can just bring in somebody on Fiverr, say, can you do this video? Can you execute the steps on here? And do this. Now, I'll tell you, one of the things that separates the amateur agencies, meaning that they're kind of like always hustling and not ever really getting ahead kind of agencies, and the super professional, well done, run like a well-oiled machine is systems and processes. And there's a really great book, if you haven't read it, by the way. It's called The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. If you haven't read it yet, you should. And Michael Gerber talks about some of the hotels he worked at, for example, and when they learned that they had to clean rooms over and over and over again and to deliver great experiences, and when they turned those great experiences just into a checklist that could be done step by step. Put the handwritten note on the pillow, check. Clean the bed, check. Wash the sink, check. Check the toilet, check, right? And when you do those things, what happens is they get done with systematic regularity. Now, there's a problem for a lot of people with systems and processes, which is they're doing too much custom work that it's hard to systematize their agency. And that's actually a real clue that you're building an unscalable machine because you're doing too many things for too many different people. If you can't easily build systems and processes, then you're basically building an agency that can't scale. So I'm going to assume that for all intents and purposes that you have a relatively narrow niche in place. So how do you actually build the systems and processes? Well, you got to start thinking about step by step how you make the decisions out of your head. The first time you do this, by the way, it'll be really hard, and there'll be a tendency to want to do it yourself, and you'll probably think the thought, hey, this is just easier to do it myself. And if you do that, you will screw yourself long term. So what you want to do is lay it all out, step by step by step, and then you want to give somebody that process and see if it can be done just from the process alone. And what you'll find is more than likely the first time through it, you'll have forgotten something or two, or a thing or two, and they'll have a question, and you may need to tweak it. You may need to tweak it even like 2 or 3 times, but at the end of 2 or 3 times, you will have an asset that anybody can walk in and step in and do a good job. So if you're like designing websites or doing SEO or running Facebook ads or all these kind of things, having those systematic processes will just make your life so much easier. So another way, if you're not a big fan of Loom, you can also do them just in a plain old Google Doc. Put a Google Doc, step 1, step 2, step 3. And what you always want to do is stress test your processes and not stress test you and how great you are. And what I mean is, when you bring on somebody new, is always say, here's the process, here's the SOP. Try it without any instruction from me, because you want that standard operating procedure to be airtight in and of itself. You do that, and what you'll find is life gets a lot easier, and agency work will get done even when you're sitting here on the beach. And it took me a lot of years to get that, by the way. I do have a beach lifestyle, and you know, just kind of bumming around all day, hanging with my kids. But after 13 years, the work is still getting done when I'm not doing it. And that's where you want to get to in your agency, where your machines run so well that in fact it doesn't really require a lot of input from you to keep going. So I hope that makes a lot of sense for you guys, and I'm sure you guys will have some questions. I'll probably do a couple follow-up videos on this, but in the meantime, I hope you dig it here hanging on the beach in Mexico. I hope there's a little Braveheart reference, that you guys dig it. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys in this video, and may the force be with you, and make sure to subscribe.